The year is 1642. England shivers, civil war grips the land. Yet in the heart of Kent, Pluckley sleeps. Mist hangs heavy, clinging to the thatched roofs like damp wool. Cobblestone streets lie deserted, shadows stretched long and hungry from the ancient oaks that border the village. Pluckley appears peaceful, a slumbering giant, but beneath the surface fear festers. Whispers travel on the wind, whispers of things unseen, unheard by most. Things that go bump in the night. For Pluckley, you see, is not like other villages. Pluckley is haunted. Every village has its stories, tales whispered around hearths meant to scare and titillate. Pluckley's stories are different. They linger in the air like the damp, clinging mist. They have weight, substance. They are believed. Old man Hemlock, hunched over his cane, speaks of a phantom coach and horses. He claims it races through the lanes, spectral hooves drumming against the cobbles. Martha, the butcher's wife, recounts seeing a ghostly schoolmaster hanging from a gnarled tree, his face forever frozen in a silent scream. But the most persistent whisper, the one that chills the very marrow, is that of the Screaming Man. His story is etched in Pluckley's heart, a wound that refuses to heal. It began in the brickworks, a place of fire and industry where men laboured under a sky stained red by the setting sun. One fateful evening, a spark ignited more than just the kiln. An explosion ripped through the brickworks, a hungry beast of fire and fury. Men screamed, trapped beneath collapsing beams and molten clay. When the smoke cleared, only silence remained. A silence broken only by the soft, mournful cries of bereaved families. All but one man was accounted for. A young labourer, strong and full of life, vanished without a trace. Some say he was swallowed whole by the flames, his body consumed by the inferno. Others whisper that he still wanders the ruins, his soul forever tethered to the site of his demise. The brickworks stand silent now, a monument to tragedy. Vines snake through crumbling brick, their leaves stain the colour of dried blood. The air hangs heavy, thick with the memory of screams and the stench of burnt flesh. It is here, amidst the ruins, that the Screaming Man makes his presence known. Section 5. The screaming begins. It starts subtly. A low moan carried on the wind, easily dismissed as the creak of old trees or the sigh of the breeze. But then it grows, a mournful wail that seems to claw its way up from the earth itself. It reaches a crescendo, a gut-wrenching scream filled with pain and despair, echoing through the village like a physical blow. Those who hear the scream never forget it. It burrows under their skin, leaving an icy tendril of fear wrapped around their hearts. Sleep offers no escape, for the Screaming Man haunts the dreams of Pluckley's inhabitants. His cries a chilling lullaby. The Screaming Man is not Pluckley's only spectral resident. The Lady in White, a vision in gossamer and sorrow, drifts through the churchyard, her mournful sobs echoing off the ancient headstones. She is said to be the spirit of a heartbroken woman, searching for the grave of her lost love, a soldier slain in the war. There are others, too. The phantom coach driver, his skeletal face forever frozen in a silent scream. The mischievous watercress woman who lures unsuspecting travellers to watery graves. Pluckley is a tapestry woven from fear, its threads spun from the whispers of the dead. One particularly cold November night, a stranger arrived in Pluckley. Tall and gaunt, with eyes that glittered like obsidian in the moonlight, he carried an air of quiet menace. He offered the villagers a deal silence the Screaming Man, and he would rid them of their spectral tormentors. The villagers, desperate for peace, readily agreed. They did not question his methods, nor the price he might demand. The following night, an unnatural silence descended upon Pluckley. The Screaming Man's cries, which had tormented them for years, were gone. The lady in white no longer wandered the churchyard. Even the phantom coach seemed to have vanished. The villagers rejoiced, their relief palpable. Their saviour, true to his word, had delivered them from their nightmares. But as the days turned into weeks, a new kind of fear began to grip the village. The silence, once a welcome respite, became oppressive. It was the silence of the grave, heavy and suffocating. The stranger, his task complete, vanished as silently as he had arrived, but not before leaving behind a chilling revelation. The screaming man, he explained, had not been a vengeful spirit, but a protector. His cries, though terrifying, had kept the other entities at bay, trapped within the confines of the village. Now, with the screaming man silenced, they were free to roam. As the last tendrils of mist snaked through the village, a new sound pierced the silence. A low growl emanating from the ruins of the brickworks. It was a sound that promised nothing but pain and suffering. The silence, it seemed, had come at a terrible price. Pluckley, once haunted by screams, was now haunted by something far more sinister. The silence of its own undoing.